I grew up in a Christian school, going to church, always in Sunday school and a small group. It was a very prevalent part of my life, but it wasn't until I was 18 that I accepted Christ and really started to live for Him and make a change in how I lived my life. And then when I came to Westridge after I met Doug, it made a huge difference in my walk with the Lord, and I've grown so close to Him, especially since we joined our small group.
I was saved at 6 years old. I was baptized at Westridge. Brian was able to baptize me a long time ago back at Vaughn Elementary. In college, I started to kind of develop my own way of living and my own idea of what Christianity should be, and then I just didn't want to do that anymore. So I rededicated my life sophomore year, have been on fire for God ever since. Wanted to lead our family, wanted to raise up our kids to be Christian people.
We got married in 2017, and for that first year, it was hard to find Christian friends your age and the same stage of life as you. I was talking to some girls at church, and we got this idea to start a small group. Some people like the Meldrums and Steve Veal came alongside us and kind of gave us some guidance of how to do that, and we formed a small group, and it has been incredible for our marriage. They give us accountability, they give us friendship, they give us Christian counsel. It's just been amazing.
So 3 weeks after Grayson was born, Hannah started to get an infection that was taking over her body slowly. Somebody that is completely, oh, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine. I said, no, you need to go to the hospital.
A lot of my organs were just shutting down, like my body just completely not working, on top of having to leave my newborn. Doug stayed with me, so he also left Grayson. The entire time that was happening, our small group never left our side, so they were calling us constantly, praying for us, checking in with Doug to see how everything was going. I'll never forget, they were truly the hands and feet of Jesus. About a year after I was in the hospital, my son Grayson, one day he was really sick here at home and he became unresponsive, and then he had a seizure. We had never experienced, we did not expect him to have a seizure. It was so scary, one of the worst times in our life for sure. I'll never forget one night he went to the hospital the night we were supposed to have group, and one of the group members just sent a text like, we're not gonna meet tonight, our only focus is praying for Grayson. Knowing they were there praying for him when we were just like in the trenches, what felt like a nightmare, like they were praying for him.
It was one of those things that was just comforting to have people that would reach out to you and just let you know that nothing else matters right now but your son. It meant everything to us.
It's just something so different about Christian friendships, and in that moment, it's exactly what we needed.
Groups for us has just come down to really one thing, and it's just been our purpose. When you first walk into these doors and you're new here, it can be overwhelming. And she was able to break down those barriers of, this church is way too big for me, by getting into a small group. You're able to take the large church and bring it down to a group of 3 or 4, 5, 6 couples, and just to do life together. And so you don't feel like you're just a number in the crowd. You're able to dive in and feel like I matter. Commitment is the key. You can't have a group without having commitment, because there are obstacles. We can sit here and talk about how great groups are and it's gonna be perfect and you should get in, it's gonna be awesome, you're gonna love it. But life happens. You know, we're in a stage of life where people are changing careers, where we're having kids, where we're buying different houses and we're moving all over the place. You have to stay committed and you have to grind and get through the times that may be difficult so that you can still continue with the reward of having the group and having everybody there together.
You find your people that you do life with, and it's so important to us to find just those high quality friendships that are based in the Word of God. You have the same mindset. It really has changed everything for us. Regardless of if you're married and you need a couples group, or if you're a single mom, you're divorced, like don't let any of that stop you. It's such a blessing. Like, I know it can be scary to join a group. I know that all too well. I was scared at first, but you really will find people who, believe it or not, are in the exact same position you are, or who have been through what you are going through right now. It's just an unbelievable blessing, and you don't want to miss out on it.